In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on January 15, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Kansas versus Iowa State. On Wednesday night, the Kansas Jayhawks will travel to Ames, Iowa, to face off against the Iowa State Cyclones in what promises to be an exciting Big 12 basketball showdown. This matchup is set to take place at the Hilton Coliseum and is a highly anticipated clash between 2 teams vying for dominance in the conference. Kansas enters the game with a 12-3 overall record, a 9-6 record against the spread, and a 1-14 mark on over-under outcomes. The Jayhawks are coming off a gritty 54-40 victory over Cincinnati on Saturday, marking their 3rd win in 4 conference games this season, giving them a 3-1 record in Big 12 play. Meanwhile, Iowa State boasts an impressive 14-1 overall record, an identical 9-6 record against the spread, and a slightly better 8-7 over-under tally. The Cyclones recently secured a dramatic overtime win on Saturday, narrowly defeating Texas Tech 85-84 on the road. This victory not only extended their winning streak, but also solidified their position at the top of the Big 12 standings, where they hold a perfect 4-0 conference record. Historically, Kansas has had the upper hand in this rivalry, holding an 8-2 straight up and 7-3 against the spread record over the past 10 meetings with the Cyclones. However, Iowa State has managed to claim victory in 2 of the last 3 encounters, indicating the competitive nature of this matchup. Additionally, low-scoring games have been a recurring theme in this series, with the under hitting in 7 of the last 10 meetings. One of the most anticipated contests in the Big 12 this season is set to take place in front of a raucous crowd at Hilton Coliseum on Wednesday night. Fans can expect a fierce battle as the Kansas Jayhawks and Iowa State Cyclones square off in a high-stakes matchup between 2 top 10 teams. The Cyclones come into this game riding an impressive 11-game winning streak, including their thrilling overtime triumph over Texas Tech in Lubbock. Kansas, while inconsistent at times, remains a formidable opponent with a 3-1 record in conference play. Their most recent outing was a defensive masterclass, resulting in a 54-40 victory over Cincinnati on the road. Kansas remains one of college basketball's most recognized programs, and their reputation precedes them. However, this season, the Jayhawks have struggled with consistency. On the positive side, they have demonstrated resilience and an ability to adapt, finding ways to win games under various circumstances. On the flip side, they have a tendency to allow their opponents to control the tempo and style of play, a flaw that could prove costly against a well-rounded team like Iowa State. A significant concern for Kansas is their reliance on inside scoring, as they rank among the nation's lowest teams in 3-point attempts. In contrast, Iowa State has showcased exceptional shooting ability. Should the Cyclones find their rhythm from beyond the arc while Kansas refrains from taking threes, Iowa State could secure a decisive victory. The Cyclones also benefit from the distinct advantage of playing in front of their home crowd, where the Hilton Coliseum environment is notoriously challenging for visiting teams. The Cyclones' remarkable success this season is further highlighted by their dominant average margin of victory, which stands at an impressive plus 20 points, the 6th best in the nation. This speaks volumes about their ability to not only win games but also dominate opponents. On the other hand, Kansas has struggled in true road games this season, hosting a 2-2 straight-up record. Their 2 road losses, a 76-63 defeat to Creighton and a 76-67 setback against Missouri, were by 9 points or more, underscoring their vulnerability in hostile environments. When factoring in Iowa State's superior form and their significant home court advantage, the 5.5-point spread appears justified. So the Iowa State Cyclones to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Recent trends support a low-scoring affair, with the under hitting in 22 of Kansas' last 33 games, including a streak of 13 consecutive unders. Similarly, the under has prevailed in 14 of Iowa State's last 23 home games. Both teams rank in the top 10 nationally in Ken Palm's defensive efficiency metric, setting the stage for a defensively dominated contest. While both teams boast efficient offenses, neither has a clear edge, as both avoid fouls and take excellent care of the basketball. Iowa State has been one of the most consistent teams in the nation, while Kansas has regained momentum following an upset loss to West Virginia. This game is expected to be tightly contested, with significant implications for postseason positioning and the Big 12 title race. Defensively, Kansas has been outstanding this season, ranking 4th nationally in adjusted defensive efficiency and allowing just 89 points per 100 possessions. This defensive prowess was on full display in their recent conference games, as they held each of their last 3 Big 12 opponents to 55 points or fewer. Notably, they limited UCF to 48 points and Cincinnati to just 40 points. Similarly, Iowa State has been exceptional on the defensive end, ranking 9th in adjusted defensive efficiency and conceding just 92 points per 100 possessions. With home court advantage and a disciplined defense, the Cyclones have a legitimate chance to stifle Kansas offensively. Additionally, neither team is known for playing at a fast pace, as both rank 104th or lower in adjusted tempo. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. West Virginia versus Houston. The West Virginia Mountaineers are heading to the Fertitta Center in Houston, Texas, where they will face off against the Houston Cougars. The Cougars, currently ranked 10th in the nation, have been dominant in the Big 12 Conference this season, boasting an impressive overall record of 12-3 and remaining unbeaten in conference play with a perfect 4-0 mark. On the other hand, the Mountaineers sit in 4th place in the Big 12 standings, matching Houston's season record at 12-3 but trailing slightly in conference performance with a 3-1 record. In their most recent encounter, Houston emerged as the clear victor, decisively defeating West Virginia with a commanding final score of 89-55. This season, Houston has been nearly unstoppable on their home court, achieving a stellar 9-1 record in their last 10 games at the Fertitta Center. Not only have they been winning, but they've done so convincingly, outscoring their opponents by an average margin of 25 points in those 9 victories. West Virginia brings a strong defense to the table, which will undoubtedly pose a challenge for Houston, but the Mountaineers' struggles with rebounding could prove costly. This weakness provides an opportunity for Houston to dominate possessions and control the tempo of the game, keeping the momentum in their favor. The Cougars lead the league in points allowed per game and have a proven ability to stifle opponents. Facing a Mountaineers squad that averages 74.5 points per game, Houston's defense will be critical in maintaining their dominance. I believe that while Darian DeVries has done an admirable job in shaping the direction of the West Virginia program, this Mountaineers team is still vulnerable when tested by elite competition. Their struggles against Arizona earlier this season highlighted those vulnerabilities, and I anticipate a similar outcome in this matchup against a Houston team renowned for its defensive prowess. The Cougars remain one of the top defensive units in college basketball, capable of neutralizing even stronger offenses than the one they're facing here. I expect the Cougars to assert their superiority and come away with a convincing victory, winning this game by a margin of at least 20 points. So the Houston Rockets to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. West Virginia is known for its deliberate style of play, ranking only 312th in the nation in terms of pace. They favor a methodical approach, slowing the game down when they have possession and making it difficult for opponents to take quick shots. Interestingly, Houston's playing style is even slower, as they rank 360th out of 364 Division I teams in tempo. With the Cougars favored by 15.5 points in this matchup, they can comfortably stick to their slow-paced strategy, confident in their ability to secure a victory without needing to speed things up. West Virginia's recent trend supports this, as they have gone under the total in 4 of their last 5 games. Houston's suffocating defense was on full display last week when they held TCU to just 46 points. Defensively, Houston is unmatched in the league, allowing only 54 points per game, the best mark in the nation. Their offense also embraces a methodical approach, preferring to rely on their defensive efforts to win games rather than engaging in high-scoring shootouts. This measured pace is evident in their ranking of 345th in the league, averaging just 67 possessions per game. West Virginia also boasts an impressive defense, ranking 19th in the country and giving up only 64 points per game. Given their slower pace, Houston's offense may encounter challenges when attempting to score against a capable West Virginia defense. With 2 of the slowest-paced teams in college basketball squaring off in this conference matchup, the game is highly likely to remain low-scoring and fall under the projected total. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Texas versus Oklahoma. Texas is set to head to Norman for a Southeastern Conference clash against Oklahoma on Wednesday night at the Noble Center. This matchup, a part of the Longhorns versus Sooners rivalry, features two teams adjusting to their new conference after years as Big 12 competitors. Notably, both teams have stumbled in their initial Southeastern Conference outings, each holding a 0-3 record. Last season, Texas dominated the series, winning both encounters and extending their winning streak against Oklahoma to 7 games, covering the spread in 5 of those victories. With both teams winless in Southeastern Conference play so far, this game carries significant weight as they aim to avoid being at the bottom of the standings. Oklahoma enjoys the advantage of playing on their home court, yet they managed just 62 points in their most recent contest. Despite averaging 81 points per game on 48.1% shooting, the Sooners' defensive performance has been less reliable. On the other hand, Texas is coming off back-to-back losses to Tennessee and Auburn, but showed resilience by keeping both games highly competitive. The Longhorns have a slight edge offensively and are solid defensively, holding opponents to just 65 points per game. According to Ken Palm's metrics, Texas edges out Oklahoma in adjusted efficiency margin. The Longhorns are ranked 37th with a plus 17.38 margin, slightly ahead of the Sooners, who sit at 43rd with a plus 16.39 margin. Moreover, recent performances hint at contrasting trajectories. Oklahoma endured a discouraging road loss to Georgia, whereas Texas pushed the top-ranked Tennessee Volunteers to the limit in a 74-70 battle. The Longhorns are remarkably careful with the ball, ranking 4th nationally with just 8.8 turnovers per game, and they also maintain a superior rebound rate of 52.1% compared to Oklahoma's 48.9%. Even though Texas lost consecutive games to Auburn and Tennessee, they managed to cover the spread in both. Meanwhile, Oklahoma is 0-5 against the spread in their last 5 games. Star guard Tree Johnson impressed with 26 points against Tennessee's elite defense and is poised for another strong performance. Although Texas' top 3 scorers are shooting 40% or less from beyond the arc, the team's rebounding prowess, led by Kaluma, gives them a significant advantage. Kaluma is likely to bounce back after a subpar game against Tennessee. I was impressed with Texas' grit in their recent outings and believe their defense will play a decisive role in this matchup. So the Texas Longhorns to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. It is somewhat surprising to see Texas ranked 218th and Oklahoma ranked 199th in adjusted tempo despite both teams featuring plenty of athleticism. Nonetheless, both squads demonstrate strong offensive efficiency, with Texas shooting an impressive 39.3% from beyond the arc, a key factor in this contest. The Longhorns have exceeded the total in 2 consecutive games and 5 of their last 7. Similarly, Oklahoma has surpassed the total in 4 of their previous 6 matchups. Both offenses have been prolific this season, each averaging over 81 points per game. While this figure might be slightly inflated due to softer competition, both teams have the capability to exceed 75 points in this game. Texas has excelled in several shooting categories, hitting 39.3% of their three-pointers, 49.8% of their field goals, and 73.9% of their free throws. In comparison, Oklahoma is also impressive in these areas, ranking 54th in three-point shooting, 47th in field goal percentage, and 4th in free throws. Additionally, Oklahoma boasts the 22nd best adjusted offensive efficiency, scoring 118 points per 100 possessions. Ultimately, both teams are better suited for offensive battles, and this game is likely to see a high-scoring affair with plenty of bucket trading. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.